Hey everyone, welcome back to River Subs channel and what is technically part 2 of the Chevy C30 Dually shop truck build. The first video we put out was when it landed late at night, when Dale had collected it from the docks. So if anyone hasn't seen that, please take a look, give you a better idea what state this was in. Yeah, so we kind of put the cameras in, unloaded everything that was in the back that John had sent over with the truck, all the parts, panels and whatnot. And those that have seen the video will remember the state of the bed. There was all crap and all sorts left in there. The cab area was covered in dirt and dust and parts, and there was like hornets nests all over the place, dead hornets the size of God knows what on the front dashboard. So yeah, it was a case of just have a quick look round and obviously what condition it was in. So now it's about time we gave the truck a wash. So we'll get Harrison out on it because he's been itching to clean it. Get him to get out on it with a snow foam, give it a good clean over. And clean inside and out, which he loves doing. So we'll do that and show you all the results. So there she is. Can't really appreciate the video being a white truck when you get the snow foam on it, which you've just seen Harrison do. But yeah, she has come out quite well actually. She's cleaned up quite good. Quick walk around now, the sun's gone in, I haven't got no dodgy shadow. You can't beat that wide stance of the Dually with a massive fenders on the back. And those that've seen the video before, obviously John had taken this side off, which we've now had fitted and got the outer wheel back on as well, which was a cow of a job because you have to get, let me can see from here, you have to get, obviously this panel's been put in here, but you have to get your hand up the inside to get all one. There's about 10 bolts, which is why John says it cuts your hands to pieces. But my hands weren't too bad. Obviously John's got bigger arms than me. But yeah, she come out not too bad at all. A few areas we've noticed since cleaning it, which we'll go over in a minute, but as a whole, pretty happy with that. So where to start really? Obviously pop the bonnet. I don't know, I think we mentioned in the first video that obviously there's a lot of rust along this edge, which I think where this plate's been put in over the years, it's been sat. Which obviously, like I said earlier from John, it seems it's been sat for 20 years. So he wasn't too sure, he thought it was around that, but he said to check the windscreen. As you can see on the screen there, 1999, 2000 was the last time it was on the road, so technically 21 years is that. So yeah, big block 454. Looks pretty tidy, considering. I know it was a diesel 6.2. John said that his mate had ripped that out to put a big block 454 in, which is typical I guess. Obviously we've noticed a few different areas like battery tray down here, it's rotten. Obviously if anyone's noticed from that, just looking, there is 2 battery trays. Reason being that the diesel V8 that they had in these needed 2 batteries to jump them because of the power. But yeah, I'm guessing this is where one of them was sat and it's just leaked through, and you can just see through the inner fender, daylight there. So obviously it's gone down and gone through the fender, but whether we chop these out yet anyway, I'm not too fussed at the moment. But other than that, it doesn't look too bad. It should clean up quite nice. It looks quite tidy. There's obviously belts missing again. I'll see if I can change the camera angle with my fingers. You can see there's definitely belts missing. John did say it needs to have the belts fitted, so really fresh oil, filters, plugs and new belts, this should fire up, which we're looking forward to doing, and we'll definitely get a video of that. But as you can see here, what was on about the hornet's nest just sat up the back there. There's loads of them. In fact, Harrison, you've missed that. So, but there's loads of them like above the sun visors. Where else were they? Behind the bench seat. They were absolutely everywhere. Again, it's a shame this windscreen's cracked, but let's open it up. So that those that don't know the Chevy trucks as such, first thing you usually look for is the rockers. And you can see this you can see the primer, so it's obviously done some sort of repairs on this, which isn't ideal, but I've had better. I've certainly had worse as well, but funny enough I have got some rockers, so whether I keep hold of them or order some more, I don't know yet. But it seems to be a bit crusty around here in the top of this doorway. Trying to investigate that more, but as a whole, again, I'm not sure how many have seen the video before, but Harrison's done a good job actually. Seats need a good clean, good deep clean really, but again we might get them upholstered I think and get them done nice, because apparently this came out of his actual show truck back in the day, because he had quite a few vehicles, the guy who owned this, and this was out of his much loved show truck, so he put it into this one when he was building it, put the big block in and a new transmission. But you can see properly in here it's come up pretty good actually. Even the instrument gauges and all this stuff isn't bad. GT steering wheel, adjustable, which is good. Oh, cruise control as well by the look of it. But again, typical. There's no Hornets now, but it's going to need a new dashboard. Pad, which I also speak to the guys at AMD, as they're absolutely awesome guys to work with, and they usually ship the stuff out to John for us. But yeah, obviously if you hadn't noticed, windows are slightly open on these, but look at the things at the top, but these are all electric. But I've just picked up a new battery from Paul over at Cribs Tires and Batteries, and give them guys a shout. But yeah, as a whole, obviously we've got a new back window, which is good. Let's have a look around the other side. And this side's a little bit crusty. Obviously we're missing a mirror, which snapped off. Well, it was hanging off, so I snapped it off. Again, the top of this door's a bit the same. It seems to be quite crusty along the top, but the actual doors themselves look quite good. The one thing again I've noticed here is along here there's obviously some sort of primer's been put on, but I pulled this up pre to doing this and it looks crusty under there as well. You can see that properly, so I'm gonna have to investigate that a bit more. But again, new panels aren't too bad. But yeah, as a whole I'm pretty happy. So apparently as well on these trucks they're quite prone to go in areas where the mirror's normally above. I tend to rot out there. Oh, I just realised there's a light switch in that corner. Does it say cargo lamp on off? That's pretty cool. I don't know if this bench seat comes forward. Have a look in a minute. That I'm done. Let's have a look. Where's this open? There we go. Again, there was hornet's nest behind here. You can just see the remains of a few bits down there, but pretty clean. No rust at all around here, which is absolutely awesome. Yeah, pretty impressed with that. There's not too, I mean, most of the trucks, for instance, the C10 that's there, they don't usually come as tidy in here, but this is just purely down to being sat for so long. So obviously it was built in good, really good condition, and things like just sat in the sun, that all happens, and the seats and the animals getting in there, I guess. But as for the bed, we still haven't, obviously those again it's in the other video, it was absolutely caked in crap. We actually pulled the big wheelie bin up to the side of it and shoveled the dirt and rubbish out. But we need to get this rubber mat up and give the jet wash, give the actual bed a proper jet wash. on the metal and see whether that rubber padding has protected it or sometimes hiding stuff, but I'm going to say it's probably been put in just to protect the bed, so I'm hoping it'll come up in a good state. There's the other mud guard off the other side. I haven't fit that yet, but as a whole it looks pretty good. Again, I'm quite happy with that. Be interesting to see that get washed out and clean, which I'll get Harrison on next. But yeah, you just can't really see it from here, but I kind of love the wide stance of four wheels at the back and those big arches. So yeah, the sun's back out, so you're going to get my shadow following. Hello. But yeah, there's another one for you, is the wheels. Obviously we had to work out to get them on, which courtesy of another YouTube video, but yeah, the actual chrome bit on those, get out of the way because of the fucking shadow. Yeah, they're just basically big chrome inserts. So you've got the cap that goes on, even the nuts have got caps that go over them, and then it's just a big bowl that sits inside, big chrome bowl that bolts in place to give it that look, which is pretty cool for a standard set of steels. Again, need to have a word with my son and his cleaning because he's missed bits. But no, she don't look too bad. I'm pretty happy. I love this truck already. It's, we've got a lot of plans for it. Again, most of it comes down to money. But for what I've watched on YouTube channels and speaking to mates, I've got a lot more friends that are into the American trucks and stuff and hot rods. Tapping them up really for help and info. But they're not that expensive or hard to lower. Again, I like my vehicles on the floor, and I think this truck needs to be as low as possible. Even better if I can get it on the floor, but again that comes at a cost. But being leaf springs on the back and just normal springs on the front, that's a pretty easy job to do. You'll probably C-notch it at the same time then. I don't know. Those that are watching this, let us know what you think. I know certain people think I should say, if I can't get my teeth in, should leave things as they are and standard and all that, but those that have seen my trek, I don't like standard things. I like to go against the grain a little bit, and these look so bloody cool when they're low. So yeah, let me know what you think. Drop some comments down below, and what would you do with it? And then check the bed door opens on the back actually. See, that was easy enough. Bloody heavy like that. Even got the towing hitch in the middle as well. I mean, I'm normally a sucker for patina on most of the vehicles and natural paint, but I've got this urge to, I don't know, I've got this urge to maybe matte black and gloss bits on this one. I don't know. Again, those that are interested, let me know what you think. Would you change the colour? Would you lower it? Again, would you run the big block? I think we're going in for a start, even if we do put another engine in it, which we've got plans for, but that won't be till winter. I reckon we need to try and get it running as quick as we can. Try and get some use of it, get it stanced and get it sat right, and then maybe change things up in the winter then. Again, it all comes down to budget then. It's but as a whole, proper happy with this. It's a wicked truck. It's definitely different. I'm not sure how many C30s we've got in the UK. There's plenty of Duallys about, I know, especially the modern ones, and we get a few coming here with different trucks, but the square bodies go, I'm not too sure. Right, so there she is, the new shop truck. It's I'm pretty excited about building this actually. It's going to be a wicked truck, somewhat different. I've never physically owned an American vehicle. I've got a lot of friends with different vehicles and types, so it's time to pull away from the Volkswagens slightly. Obviously I've still got them, but the new build for this year is going to have to be this truck. I'm pretty excited, and hopefully people will follow the build. So now probably the next thing we'll do now is most likely what we're doing next, try and get Harrison to clean out the bed, I reckon, give it a better clean. And I think it's got to be the engine. We've just had a battery arrive, as I said a minute ago, so which came in this afternoon. So I think we're going to try and look at getting it started next. Again, I'm pretty sure it hasn't started in 20 years, so that'll be pretty cool if we can get. They're supposed to be quite bulletproof, so I reckon, and speaking to, I think it was Andy we was chatting about the other night, yeah, it shouldn't take much to get it fired off, so that'd be quite good. Can't wait to see how it sounds, especially with the engine and exhaust on this, see what state they're in. But no, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe please, and drop down some comments on what you think, and let us know, and like and share the video please, and we'll see you all soon. See you later.